Logan said my team wasn't good, and now I got proven wrong.
Let's go!
Yo, you're gonna post that monkey meme, The Simpsons.
Welcome to the week 1 of Nerds Playing Pokemon Draft League. In the prior video, I covered our respective drafts, and for this video, I'm really excited to talk about how we actually used our teams. I'll tell you, a lot of people were really nervous, but it was definitely a fun week 1. Since we just had the draft, there are no free agent pickups allowed, so let's hop right into the matchups. All the players have elected team names, so happy to introduce our first matchup between formerly Team Cole, now Colossal's Clergy. Try saying that one 3 times fast. And the Shujinja Shoguns, which was formerly Team Sogeking. Our second matchup is going to be between the Doppelgangars, commanded by Werby, and fully leaning into the first round draft pick Starmie, it is going to be the Dallas Starmies, represented by Team Ozode. The third matchup is going to be between Ratboy and ETB. Ratboy now donning the team name Royal Rattatas, and ETB now officially being the Divas on board. Our next matchup is between Chimichangas Supreme, captained by Shrim, who is fully leaning into the Chimecho. Good luck with that. And the London Archaladons under Segroy. The next and final matchup is between my team, the classically named Spanky My Mankey, and Gil's team, which he named Glimorella Namacon. The tongue twisters are crazy here. We're going to break down all of these matchups, but perhaps a little selfishly, let's break down my matchup first. All right, so we have week 1 here, and I'm actually joined by ETB. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm here, and work's been busy, but actually it hasn't been. I was actually just bragging about that, and that's been really nice. But so we have our week 1 matchups here, and so, you know, obviously being a bit greedy, I wanted to review Gil and I's matchup first. I can talk a bit about my prep, but how did you prep Gil for this matchup?
So it was very interesting. A lot of high stakes. There was a lot of banter in the background. Gil really wanted to beat you. So when we were prepping, the 6 that you brought is honestly what I was using to prep against Gil.
Okay.
For the most part, we played a lot of games, and your team was coming out on top. It definitely helped Gil come up with a couple strategies to use against you. So overall, we were confident that if you didn't think of some things, because this is week 1 of draft, that it would give him the upper hand. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Nice, yeah. No, and I mean, to speak to my prep, I prepped a lot with the Mega Charizard and tried Sogeking was my main practice partner, and he brought a pretty similar team too, except for he really didn't bring the Oranguru Chandelure that much. And as we'll find out, you know, that was definitely something I should have thought about, that combo. And for the prep, I didn't bring Charizard Y because of Rock Slide to Garchomp, Melodic killing it, Glamora killing it, Flash Fire being ineffective on Chandelure. And so in this matchup, I really was like, I don't think I can bring Charizard, which feels bad to not bring in week 1 your first overall pick. But right. I was like, Mega Venusaur has a place here. And so I tried to make it work with Mega Venusaur to some success. And so we can kind of, we can watch the matchups and see how it goes. But that was my thought process going into this. And I think, you know, we'll see this as a running theme. Our prep and how the prep shifts throughout the week. So week 1, this really exposes how bad some of the prep and how nervous we are in some of these matchups.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a learning experience for sure.
Oh yeah, it's been fun, but yeah, I'm gonna cringe a little bit rewatching these VODs.
Same.
All right, here we go. Okay, so this was the lead I expected, and that's why I literally planned for this play. Now Gil should have spiky shielded here, but I planned for that play just because this was the exact lead I thought of.
The crazy part is, when Gil and I discussed it, Glamora was not a part of really anything. It was kind of like a last second thing that Gil decided to do.
That was just him being like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah, he was just. We have our moments of big braining it a little too much. We overcook.
This was one of them.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean Gil's whole game one strat, like he just killed his own melodic. I don't. He even said himself he was completely checked out after Glamora died on turn 1, and so apparently he was just furiously writing down notes this whole time on our teams. So everything happening here is just Gil just pressing buttons last second, while he's just taking notes. Yeah. And yeah, one of the big things that I missed was the Garchomp. I did sleep powder it, and the Lumberry, which was pretty important. I didn't really notice.
The really exciting part about testing with your team is I did bring Char Y, but I was really big on Mega Venusaur. You have 2 Sunsetters, and Veno can either do Chlorophyll shenanigans, or I think the flexibility of just going Mega, if Trick Room ever does go up, was really, really good. And I enjoyed playing with your team a lot.
Yeah, like so far, like Venusaur has been. I felt like I reached a bit in the second round, but he's definitely lived up to the pick that I got him at. And then this is crazy. The Sinistcha taking 25% from a max special attack in the Sun Weather Ball because it's Akaberry Heat Proof is insane to me.
Yeah.
That's
just a really good Pokemon.
Yep. Although not running Hospitality on Sinistcha does feel kind of wrong, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a gimmick.
But
yeah, here was just stalling to get information. And yeah, it was a nice first game from you. You didn't lose a single mon, it looked like.
No, I didn't. But game 2, Gil changes up his strat, I remember. So I lead Venusaur Rotom, but out comes the damn Chandelure.
And this is what I was excited to see. It wasn't Glamora, and he turn 1 protected his Mega, and that made me happy.
I forgot, it's not Venusaur, it's Zoroark. I forgot this is where he comes out.
That was a big thing with your team as well, like the mind game shenanigans with Zoroark was catching Gil off a lot. And so I think it really did help him kind of just get in a mindset of like needing to scout turn 1 to see which is which.
Yeah, I agree. And I really should have expected the protect there from the Chandelure.
I would say that with your team, the one thing that, because you mentioned Charizard X, did not prep that whatsoever. It honestly slipped my mind. And when I was like thinking about it, I was like, yeah. Crazy Mega. Like the versatility to go 2 different Megas is crazy.
Well, that was the original reason I had him so high, is that it wasn't just the special, it was the physical. But right here is the biggest moment, is my Aegislash, the burn
Gets
on
burned.
it.
Yeah.
That was a huge moment because I now have no way to kill this Oranguru. And so now Gil, for whatever reason, stalling out his own Trick Room with heals and matcha gachas.
Yeah, I think this is just week 1 draft.
This is
jitter.
Yeah, this is jitters because. But it was, this also taught me a big moment because you can get annoyed at the percentage chance that Aegislash got burned. I was very annoyed, but then thinking about it, I could have just let Rotom die and had a clean switch in for Aegislash, which would have been much better. And so, that's kind of like that working the percentages into your game. I definitely learned a lot from this matchup for sure. Look at that, only 27%.
Yeah. Oranguru is a really good support mod as well.
I think, like, for later draft picks, we had Gyarados and Oranguru, and we also Frostlass for whatever reason. But for the later draft picks, that's definitely one of the best in my opinion. It just so effectively sets up Trick Room. Look at that. That did nothing. My Aegis Slash. I'm like,
Yeah, no,
I just want him. I just want him. I don't even know. Like, why did I switch there? Just let him kill the Aegis Slash. Who cares about it anymore? It's doing nothing.
So the fire thing was interesting. I don't know if he expected you to switch back into Aegislash after switching again.
Yeah.
It's been a few weeks since week 1, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm
not sure, but I don't understand. Like right here, I'm icy winding him in a trick room. It's just not like I don't agree with my
right.
game plan here.
Yeah, this is the first week jitters. First week jitters.
It is, but it still hurts to watch.
Fair. That's fair. And again, this is what I love. Mega Venusaur enjoys Trick Room.
Yep. Well, not when they're already slowed, but yeah.
True. Not when they get icy wind.
But yeah, I mean, I still have a chance here. I finally kill the damn Sinistcha. The sleep powder misses, but you know that was in hindsight. I shouldn't have been going for that because I know he's Lumberry.
Think here. Okay,
Yeah.
so we both protect.
Then I Will-O-Wisp, and then look what's coming back. Everybody's
So it's a
favorite
good
thing.
protect part. Gil's part, and then the Trick Room goes up. And this
Yeah.
is where the game really shifts in
Yep.
Gil's favor. This
Because of-
gravity strat was
It was
a
good.
thing that he was going on about, and
Yeah.
it was really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he got rid of the levitate. If Charizard was flying, or if Charizard was in there, it dies too.
And this is another strat that he came up with, which was the first one being gravity and the second one being instruct. And not really knowing what this did, even in our testing, it took a little bit of explaining and like him showing it in matches to finally understand what this did.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a very, very goated strategy.
No, it was good, and like for one, that's why I think I was going for some YOLO plays because I knew he was about to do something in Trick Room to kill me, and I was right. He absolutely steamrolled me at the end. And the key theme I noticed, there was 2 big moments in this game where my target selection was terrible, and it was both times he could have set up Trick Room. Turn 1 should have just attacked the Sinistcha, and then right there should have hit the Oranguru before letting it hit Trick Room. And so just learning on the priority targeting. It's why, in ladder, people don't like Farigiraf because it always seems to get Trick Room up no matter what. And so then we went into game 3. So I don't know. I believe one of these is Zoroark. I don't even remember which one it is. Oh, but see here I learned, but Gil, this was a great switch from Gil. Because
this was very, very good.
Because I wanted to kill the damn Sinistcha.
I mean, rightfully so. It's Sinistcha.
Yeah. And he predicted it, and then Oranguru being that normal type.
Yep, and then revealing that it was Zoroark.
Yep.
Here, the switch, he did it for momentum. At first, I was kind of like, dang, like he just really lost Sinistcha of all things. But Trick Room came up, and this allowed
Chandelure's back
to come in
out.
for free and become faster because Trick Room's up.
Mm-hmm.
Psychics from Oranguru, that's a good chunk of damage, and then the Heat Wave spam from Shandy.
Yep, and this is what I was afraid of. I'm just like, okay, now I'm starting to get hit.
Yep. So yeah, the pivot was really great into Oranguru, and then sacking Sinistcha to allow this moment to happen was really the momentum shift was really game changer in Gil's favor.
Well, the Instruct doing a Heat Wave and an Energy Ball, that's a really good
Right.
technique. That was so, because I could have just wide guarded and gotten both, but it didn't matter.
Their Hydro Pump not killing, it almost O-code.
Yep.
Which is very scary.
All right, I'm just stalling out Trick Room. By the way, this is Scarf Slash.
Oh, okay. See, Scarf Aegis Slash was something that I also didn't play too much with. I think I went more of a shadow tag,
Mm-hmm.
or is it spell tag? Whichever one
Spell
boosts
tag,
the
spell tag.
spell tag. Thank you.
But yeah, we're
Um,
just seeing that's a bulky Mega Venusaur too, and it just did 55%. All right, I was happy with that because Trick Room ends and Oranguru asleep.
Here he's going for a sleep turn.
Yep, get the crit. Still anybody's game at this point, but I am
It
definitely
is
low. But he still has the Garchomp, which I don't
full
really
health
have.
guard jump in the back.
Yeah, I don't really have a way to deal with it. And then I missed the sleep powder. It wouldn't have mattered. He had Lumberry. And Trick Room, oh boy, it's back up.
Trick Room's back up.
Everybody's favorite thing.
See here, it would have just been crazy reads if you expected the Garchomp to come out there. Honestly,
But even then, I didn't really have a way to do anything to it. I had Lumberry for anything I throw out.
double status. You go
Double.
Willow sleep powder, and whichever one lands after the Lumberry.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
the
then-
full health chomp just.
Yep, and now I'm just praying for a rock slide miss that does not come through. And so that is me going down 0-1 in the league. And Gil getting a really, I was really impressed with his adjustments in game 2 because I do feel like he played the Trick Room really well.
Yeah, he didn't let game 1 get to him. He had an idea last second for a strat, tried it out, didn't work. He just immediately went back to his game plan. And
Yeah.
I was, as someone who prepped extensively with him that week, I was really excited to see that. I mean, I was also rooting for you because you're my friend too. But yeah, definitely seeing him bounce back made me happy.
It was a good game overall, like a good best of 3. That's the main thing I want in these. Like anytime I get like a really we have just this 2-0, it doesn't feel as good. So no, I was kicking myself though because I did bring Charizard X in the back, and I was too Weenie Hut General. I was too scared to bring it, but it is what it is. I was still, it was a close game, but man, it does feel bad to lose in the draft league. But we'll move on to.
Definitely.
So we have the next matchup, which was another really anticipated matchup, which was Cole, who is You Shall Not Know, versus Hui, We Know. Now, a bit of context. Neither of us really prepped Cole much. I prepped Hui a bit because Cole and Hunter and Hui are kind of a group who help prep each other, and unfortunately you can't prep everybody, so I helped Hui. The main thing he was going to build around was going to be the Tailwind Rhyperior, because Rhyperior is max speed, and in Tailwind he calced it outspeeds everything, and so that was kind of his big thing to play around, and then have Basculegion clean up. And so that was his comp. I was curious what looking at Cole's team, what were kind of your thoughts for him going into this matchup?
I love Cole's team a lot. I know, like, if you've seen the draft league video, I know my team is like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, this team's so amazing. But for me, Cole's team was my number one, even over my own. Mm-hmm. His team is just so versatile, and there's just options for everything. You can't predict his mega because he has 5 different megas, right, each having their own specific uses, but it's just really handy to kind of just have that flexibility. The Heliolisk into Basculegion, it's just a hard counter.
It's a nightmare. Basculegion can't even damage it.
And shutting down that threat, I was already like, okay, Mon for Mon, Cole's up here.
Yeah.
Dharmarouge was interesting. I wasn't entirely sure what to expect from that going into.
Yeah. I was a bit surprised he brought it because I believe he has, Floette and one other on the bench that I was like, that might be better. But here, let's see how it goes. So we have Excadrill and Kangaskhan lead, and Whimsicott and Rhyperior. And so, immediately you're scared of like the fake out Swords Dance here. I don't remember what ends up happening. Oh,
I think this is the protect the sash.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, protect from Whimsicott makes sense. Oh, and for the earthquake, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean that's just a big chunk of damage. But now
Talon goes up.
and so earthquake, he just starts stomping, starts earthquaking.
Yeah,
then-
he just
Oh my gosh,
last resort doesn't kill.
the 1%. I mean, so yeah, I think he's just gonna keep. I mean, yeah, he's just gonna keep stomping, and I don't think there's anything Cole can do at this point. It's funnily enough, but I think the big thing here is how important Gyarados is in this matchup, because Gyarados just, I mean, it's good against almost the entirety of Hui's team here, and it's not in this matchup.
Do you think the charm was first weak jitters?
It might have been. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't really know what the charm is doing there, but he might have not had another move to click. I don't remember what his moveset is. And there
Yeah,
you go.
just not having speed control in some way really does hurt. Like just right here, you're having Tailwind up and spamming Earthquake.
It's just spamming. He's just going. Like that's all
Yeah.
he's doing. He's getting like he is on the lower end of the amount of PP now. Yep, and that was a game one. I mean, I really like the game plan from Hui there. He definitely noticed a gap, and then the big thing is whether Cole will adjust, and I'm almost positive he does.
Right, because he has a Gyarados
And there it is, the Gyarados immediately.
and Armor.
Yeah, the Armarouge. I mean, I'm guessing he has the Armarouge for the Whimsicott. Now, really important, and that is Armarouge gone. All right, good
Turn
game.
one,
Good
Tailwind, Hydro Pump.
Good game, Armarouge. Good game. But really important, notice how the competitive was not proc. That is Moxie Gyarados. So, all right. That's a beefy Whimsicott. Did it have
Not Charm.
Oh, Charm.
was,
You're right. Yeah.
Fuck.
Charm really big there. And then the Gyarados with Sandstorm, of all things, is interesting. That's a big miss. That's a really unfortunate miss. Honestly, that's really bad, and I'm pretty sure Hui, if I remember correctly, gets unlucky again. Oh, the charm on the
Really good switch.
Oh, and then the full paralysis. Yeah, that's a fantastic switch. And so, if you're Hui here, you're kind of stuck with this Empoleon who's not doing anything on the field.
See, the Icy Wind was really good because it prevented the Waterfall Flinch para on Empoleon, which was really nice. He slowed it down.
This is fair, but this Gyarados is wreaking havoc with these paralysis.
Yeah.
But this is why I said
It got
Gyarados.
nerfed, right?
It did, but it's still strong. It's still the speed lowering didn't get nerfed, which is the big thing.
Which is like the percentile.
Yeah, correct. It's just the percentile it gets fully parried. I believe went down to 1 in 8 chance.
Still has 2 full turns of Tailwind.
Yep, but now we see Delphox, unfortunately, doesn't really have a place against these two. Okay, we got a Rock Slide. All right. It's a close game. I do like the Will-O-Wisp play here. Okay.
Very good protect.
Mm-hmm. And then...
But
it
it lives. T-Tar.
That was such a...
T-Tar.
I believe that was a roll. And so if it dies there, the game's over, and so is the set. And then slight misplay from Hui here. I already did the calc here. It did not matter. He should have just gone for it, though, just because of Excadrill's ability. But it didn't matter.
I mean, it's a good example of, like, Giraffe. For a lot of us, it's like it's our first time doing this. And it's a good example of us not being able to predict every single thing in the game. Like these are new megas as well. Like that was a new
Exactly. And we literally
ability.
see that in later in this week. We literally, or in the same week, and this video will show an ability that we all end up Googling, being like, "What does that do?" You can't predict everything. But yeah, I mean, we got another game 3 and really tight matchup. So, all right, so we're back to the game 1 leads, or game 1 lead from Hui, different lead from Cole. Okay. I'm surprised no protect on the Whimsicott there, but ooh.
Yeah, I wonder if we went right for the charm turn 1.
No, he got faked out. It wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
Oh, you thinking he went for the charm? Oh, that would have made sense. Okay. All right. I mean, that was really solid on him to wait. Oh, but the sunny day?
The sunny day switch.
That was a smart sunny day there because, obviously with the T-Tar. But I love this play from Cole because he had not revealed that yet.
This is what I'm talking about with Cole's team. The first 2 games was Mega Excadrill. Game 3, boom, a brand new Mega. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it really changes the direction of this game.
Yep. And so right there, we had a choice to set up Sun or to set up Tailwind. I do think Sun actually would have won him the game because he's already faster than these Mons. But I guess he knew he had the Basculegion, which isn't faster. So it's a tough one there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he had a 50-50, but that was
the versatility. I mean, there's also the chance that he wanted the Sandstorm to kill the Gyarados.
He did
as well.
Right. But I think Sun with Heat Wave would have killed it in the back. But still, I think overall, I don't want to take away from Cole there because I love saving that T-Tar until the game 3 because
very unexpected.
Yeah, you're thinking it's next to the Mega Excadrill. Why would he also have the ability to set up Sand again and ends up winning him game 3? So great job from Cole there. And so moving into our next game, this is going to be Ozo and Werby. I know we each prepped Ozo a little bit.
Yes, I remember this week.
Love you to tell
okay.
about your prep with Ozo.
Oh man, I'm trying. I can't live this one down. It was only 10 minutes. And earlier I spoke about overcooking, and this was one of those instances of where I made the mistake of just forgetting what Huge Power did, and I just was like, man, Special Starmie would be great into his team.
You missed Special Mega Starmie.
Yes, Mega Starmie.
And
yeah, wasn't one of my brightest moments.
And funnily enough, I don't think Josh played terrible with the Special Mega Starmie going into it. And so I know for Abel's a little bit of a wild card because he works so much, or Werby. And so not really much prep done for his team. And so we didn't know what, he has the Gengar, he has the Politoed. We can guess the core concept, but we didn't know how he was going to pilot it. So let's see.
Josh's team, just real quick because I want to talk about his team comp. Sableye is hands down one of the best supports.
It is.
So the fact that Josh has access to it, I was very excited to see what he was going to do with it this game.
Yeah. Right there is when, so I remember watching this on my phone and instantly rage messaging, but like, who did this? Who told him to do that?
This was me. This was on me. I did not tell him to just fire off thunders like this. I did not tell him to
70% accurate thunders.
I told him to set up rain first and then go for the thunders.
Fair.
But
yeah, and
he was just going for it. I respect it.
But I mean, right here, you're kind of seeing. So, Josh's team. I was really hoping, once he had the Mamoswine out, I'm pretty sure he was about to click high horsepower Earthquake, but that was a good encore from Abel. Also, good Overheat, just murdered the Klefki.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got rid of a very pesky support.
Okay, we got the fake out in.
So I think with Abel's team being the Perish Trap team, a lot of us was expecting to see that a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So far this game one has been interesting.
And there's Josh learning about Prankster into Dark types.
More week 1 jitters.
More week 1, yep. Because after that he has a big sticky note on his computer that says don't save.
Does he actually?
Yes. Well, not like it's a like no, stop doing it, Josh. Stop. It's not like a physical sticky note like one of the digital ones, but yeah, he has a big note just like don't Prankster into the Dark type. But like, to be fair, Josh doesn't have as much VGC experience. Why would you know that?
Fair.
Like, it's such a niche interaction. That was a good encore into the Protect there. Like, right now, Josh is doing pretty well. We got legs.
He got the rain up.
But this is where Josh, again, going back to the unfortunate inexperience with VGC, the timer ran out. And I will give Abel or Werby context. He fully offered to just run it back, but Josh was like, nope, I let it happen. And so we move on to game 2. Really unfortunate way to end the week 1, like an actual close matchup.
I do think he won this game.
I think so too, because I shard into the Crocodile, into whatever he wants to do on the, as long as it's not Thunder again.
Thunder, exactly. Looking back at this, I would hope that if there was an alternate universe where the timer was turned off, he does not click Thunder. But
exactly, but still, like we see that his team has some merit, and then we move into game 2. But Abel, I remember this. Abel brings a different strat. First thing we see immediately is the Politoed.
Right, this is very traditional.
Yep.
For Perish Trap teams to lead if they have these mons.
Immediate Thunder right into it. Encore into the Protect, really good.
Good.
But it only did 47%. That hurts.
It's a good chunk of damage. It gets disabled.
It does.
But
Encore into the Disable. Right now, like, this isn't looking bad. But
Josh is playing Sableye really well.
Yep.
Nice Protect.
Yep. Psychic.
It's honestly my fault. Me telling him to go special, it is my fault.
I think he could have won this. Like, that overheat. It did literally nothing. That's crazy.
This was a good switch.
Good fake
from
out.
Abel to get the chip he needed to proc Citrus.
Yeah, I think this is another example of like, no, he did it again. Stop doing it, please.
Yeah. For Josh being so inexperienced, besides that slip up of the Prankster into Dark types, he has been using Sableye very well.
He used Sableye really well. I will say there's one big thing going on here, and that's he needs to get that Rotom out of there. Oh, that's a helping hand. I didn't know he had helping hand Rotom. Let's see. Okay, that was a good play.
Yeah.
But the issue is now he's locked into a plus, 0.33 special attack. Yeah.
Yes, and then the weather ball comes out.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, and I think, given a bit more experience, he would have been able to cycle there. But overall, like for this being like his first draft league experience, not playing much VGC, I do think he played pretty well. I think Abel's team was solid. I do think like Emolga's kind of a weird choice. It doesn't really do much.
Originally, I assumed week 1 that Emolga got Tailwind.
So
So
did
I
I.
was thinking that
So
that's what was going to happen. So when I didn't see it, I actually had to look it up.
Yep. Well, I remember I messaged Abel specifically after I made the draft video, or when I was making the draft video, because I had to find out, like, wait, does this thing not have Tailwind? He's like, nope. I'm like, why? Why does it's not a good Pokemon, but GG's to Abel. I think solid win, especially for the game 2 was solid. Game 1, I really think Josh could have won that game in that
I
game
mean,
1.
hats off to Abel for wanting to run it back. And
Yeah.
also, I think Abel did do a really good job of preserving Gengar.
He
Because
did.
if I'm not mistaken, it still outspeeds Starmie.
Yeah,
So,
barely, but yes, it does. No, I will say the Gengar, like, he did a really good job of using it. That's a good call out. But I want to move on for the sake of time to our next matchup, which is Segroy versus Shrim. He has Shrimothy there. Unfortunately, game 1, this was week 1 blunders and just learning how to properly save things. We lost the game 1 from them, and
right.
yeah, kind of the summary of what happened game 1, and feel free to correct me here, is that it was Anthony took an early lead, but Shrim got Trick Room up and just started boom bursting with Chimecho and actually did really good work. And I believe took him to last Mon, but ultimately
Right.
Anthony took the lead and is up 1-0. Is there anything I missed there that was like really important?
No, that's what happened. I think the Boom Burst surprised us all.
Mm-hmm.
Going into this, I did prep Anthony a lot, or Scroy,
Mm-hmm.
and I this week I was a very, very big fan of the Mega Chimecho. I didn't test Boom Burst. I tested a few other things, which ended up helping Anthony. But yeah, I was really excited to see what Shrimothy was going to bring
Yeah.
into this matchup.
Yeah, I really didn't help prep Shrim much. Like this is kind of his own thing. And so it was kind of a we were all just like, what is he about to bring? And so for game 2 though, this is where I think Anthony plays a really solid game. Because so he brings out the Chimecho right away. And this is where we all Googled, what does Flower Veil do? And I remember exactly going, huh? And we all learned here that Flower Veil prevents grass types from getting status or stats lowered. And so great call out from Segroy here, because prevented the Will-O-Wisp. Also the taunt on the Chimecho, meaning no Trick Room.
No
Fantastic.
Trick Room.
Yeah,
And
fantastic.
this is what I will say. Originally in our testing, Scroy did not run taunt, but
Oh.
because Chimecho with Trick Room was just so oppressive, he ended up putting taunt on it just specifically for this.
Yeah, and then right here, the wide guard now. And
Right? Adapting to the Boom Burst from game
yeah,
1.
but it just blocked both of them, and so that was brutal. The horse is named Megan. Sorry, that's really funny.
No, it's goated. So these are some goated names.
Yeah, and then as soon as he did the leech seed there, I'm like, oh, it's over.
Right? High horsepower kill.
Yeah, but
Um,
but I don't think he has a psychic move on the on Chimichanga.
yeah, and out comes we get to see Mega Meganium, which
Yeah,
is very interesting.
I mean, he didn't really get to do much this game. I feels like Florges and Mega or just regular Chestnut did it, but it was interesting to get to see the Mega Meganium. Got the unnecessary crit there, but I'll give a huge shout out to Anthony for that game 2 prep. That was like chef's kiss on, if you're making the enemy look up abilities, like you did something right.
Oh, I mean,
he shut them down.
we talked about how Gil adapted in his match versus you,
Mhm.
and that was like chef's kiss. Anthony is also another player from this week that, like, unfortunately we don't have the game 1. The game 1 was in his favor, and then he was caught off guard, and to see how he switched it up for game 2, I think was really, really good on his part. He played really well.
It is, yeah. I think this I don't think there's any way with the team Dan brought he takes that game one with unless he had foresight to magically know it was going to be Mega Chestnut Florges. So shout out to him. That was really good. I do think Shrim. I've been on the the engine piloting the train, whatever it is of the Mega Chimeco hate. But he made it work game one.
Game one.
Yeah.
Boom burst. It did work.
All right, well, let's move into our last matchup, which is you versus Rat Boy.
Oh man. Man.
Tell me a bit about your prep that went into this.
Prepped a lot. It was very interesting. I thought I had a really good game plan. I play a lot of ladder. So that experience, it was giving me confidence that, okay, this is gonna be solid. I got my 6, I got my strats. So yeah, I was excited going into this match.
Yeah, and to speak on Rat Boy's team, his draft was weird. Everybody kind of agreed. They're like, Blastoise? What? But he did get the 3rd round for Farigiraf, and he also got Hisuian Arcanine in the 6th or 5th. And so we're like, okay, it's not a bad team. But this series, in week 1, we found out who our wild card players were. Who are the people who are going to bring some wacky shit? And little did you know, Hunter was one of those. And we're about to see that because it was very interesting. This was a fun matchup to watch. So we got the King Gambit Primarina into the Arcanine and the Blastoise. And so what was kind of your thought process in game 1 as this is going on?
My thought process was very straightforward, being a bit of a ladder player. I knew Farigiraf's love setting up Trick Room, and that's what I wanted to be in. I wanted King Gambit to be in it. I wanted my Primarina to be in it. So I was hoping that he would lead Blastoise Farigiraf, get Trick Room up,
but then we see the Leaf Blade come out.
Right. And yeah, this is where I started shaking.
Yeah, but Gallade was a later round pick. I do believe it's 6th round. I think Hisuian Arcanine was 5th. And instantly we all realized, sharpness boosted Leaf Blade. That's a crazy good tech. And so that was crazy because it just one-shot your Primarina. But,
and mind you, we prepped a lot, and somehow it was missed.
Yeah, I remember I made a team for you, and I didn't even think about that. But I mean, overall, still a pretty solid game 1 from you. You're taking this pretty cleanly. This is big. You see, he brings Psychic
Fangs. This is like welcome to draft, where you're gonna see some interesting things that you just did not expect.
Yep, and in hindsight, Rat Boy, I think should have FF before doing the Psychic Fangs because that was some tech for you to know. Okay, wait, now he
right. I know
don't set up Aurora Veil. But unfortunately, game 2, this was the other game we missed. Game 2 ended up going to Rat Boy, and you can talk if you want to. I can talk about it, Eddie, or you can kind of give a quick review of how the game went.
Yeah, quick review. Rat Boy did a really good job adjusting game 2. This is another player from this week that had a not so good game 1 and just bounced back game 2, and ended up bringing a strat that I was not familiar with at all, it being Ally Switch. For those watching the video, I bet, I'm not going to actually bet money, but I guarantee none of you know the actual mechanics of Ally Switch. And just to kind of give a brief review, it is a priority move that switches place with your ally, but it's like Protect that you can't use it twice in a row. And so, he used. Right. I remember he used it in game 2 and to great effect. And I believe his Gallade popped off, if I'm correct. Yeah, he did it for his Gallade, and the Shadow Ball ended up going towards Farigiraf. Yeah. And past that point, I didn't know it was like Protect and would fail again. So after he did it the first time, I just thought he could spam it.
Yep.
And so my decision making after that point, I just did not know what to do.
Yeah, and to be fair, I was Googling it during the time. I was like, what does Ally Switch do? And you know, this is Draft League though. You start learning all these weird psychic types in particular, all the weird moves they get.
Right.
And so, you know, going into game 3 with that context, I think it makes a lot more sense because, yeah, you don't know what this does.
So here, really good switch.
Good.
The armor tail. I knew it was something that he had, but
Yeah.
I was in the swing in the moment, and I was like, okay, he might not do it, and he did do it.
Yeah, well, I can also appreciate like the courage to do that because also if you just, you know, if you predict that, then you just protect the the Primarina and mess them up. But I think that having the courage to do that in game 3 is also another skill. But okay, you know, game's still looking decent at this point.
So here's the Fergarath Blastoise. The ally switch happened again, but it was okay because I still ended up getting rid of Gallade.
Yeah.
Here I was trying to go for Dire Claw status.
Shenanigans, guard swap.
And yeah, I ended up critting.
Yeah, but then,
And yeah, the rock slides just...
Yep, Scarf Arcanine. That's a big one.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, I mean, I don't think there's any way none of your mons could have brought this back.
Nope. Game 2, one thing I forgot to mention, King Gambit got one shot by Sharpness, Sacred Sword. I had Chople Berry.
Oh, and
I thought would live, and it still killed. It was something that also caught me off guard.
Yeah.
But yeah, like overall, like Rat Boy adjusting game 2, game 3,
really
very
solid.
Very solid.
And I think it's good to look back on this because like both you and I were salty after week 1, but seeing like the plays and the adjustments, it's cool to see that they had to do that to win. And like you and I ultimately weren't able to make those adjustments, which kind of sucks to be on this end, but we're like, all right, we'll learn from this.
No, I mean, like at first I was definitely salty, but after like a night of like thinking about it, I needed to lose. There was a target on my back with being 10th pick and having such a good team. There was like the pressure from that. There's also like people knowing that I am a ladder player, so like I do play VGC a bit. And so because Draft League is so different, I needed to lose because now seeing all these players come up with these amazing strategies is like, okay, this is what Draft League is. How can I do that more?
Yeah, no, and that's literally what I took away too. So, you know, I'll end this with really, really huge shout outs to the winners of week 1, which was Glimorella Nomicon, Coalsal, man, these names are hard to say, Coalsal's Clergy, Doppelgangars, London Archaladons, and Royal Rattatas, all going to 1-0. And so, super fun week and excited for week 2.